Hello. Oh my God. I feel so much more comfortable and better. I didn't. Let me text my friend because I'm telling her that I went live on Twitch. So I need to tell you guys since I'm live on YouTube. So I saw this article that says that the number one, you know, streamer in the world named Kai Cenat, he is like 24, like a young boy, and he makes millions of dollars a month streaming. So I'm like, okay, so I went and looked at what he do, and I see what happened. What happened was during COVID, we was all stuck in the house, and everybody was lacking companionship and fun. So these people started streaming, and then it felt like you had friends because you was home and you didn't have friends. So those people who started at that time, they was able to build up an audience of people just hanging out with them. And I did too. I streamed a lot during COVID as well. I was streaming like every other night and stuff like that. But it was a sad time in my life too. So I guess it was sad for everybody because we was all depressed. But anyway, but now this man makes $4 million a month. So why can't I try? I know I'm not no young hip person with friends and stuff to hang out with, but hell, maybe somebody want to sit down and look at me and listen to me talk. I don't know. So that's what I decided. So today I just went and I've been signed up to Twitch because my son, he's on Twitch. He live streams from his studio. So I was following him. So then I said, well, I need to make my own account. And I just made my own thing and learn how to go live. So, but when I went, try to say I would watch, I'm already on there. So you got to watch. You got to go follow. Here it is. I put it in the chat. Go follow me. And I don't know what to do over there. Like, it was nobody there. And it felt uncomfortable. But that was my first time. So I mean, I'm home all the time. Plus, it's about to be winter time, so it might be a good idea for me to start, shifting and moving on over to Twitch. I know that man I was talking to was trying to act like it's terrible to be an online person, but I'm satisfied with my life. I'm not missing out on anything. I don't feel, I'm happy with my life. I don't want nobody around me just telling me that I should be unhappy with what I'm already happy with. You see what I'm saying? I don't. I like my life. In fact, today I had such a wonderful day. That's why I came on here to try to share a couple stories. But today I was invited to go to a community meeting, and I'm like, what do you mean a community meeting? She's like, it's a woman I met when I was volunteering, and she's organizing another event, and she asked me to help, and I'm like, of course, I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find something to do, to be a part of my community. Like, how can I volunteer and help, like on a regular basis? What can I be? Because I met this one lady, I really enjoy talking to her. She's involved with the community book fair. So everybody comes, donates a bunch of books. She has to organize them and put them out for display for this one-time event every year. And she organizes the books. And then they come in. She's one of the people organizing the book, and people come in and can buy books by the bag. Like, just fill your bag up with books, and you can pay $5 and you can have them. And it's like a fundraiser. So I want to do something like that. I want to have my thing. This is what I do every year. Maybe just a one-time event a year, and that's something that I work on. I would love that. I would love that. So anyway, so I met this lady and she was trying to tell me about her idea and her things that she's working on, and asked me could I help. I'm like, hell yeah. So, but since then she's always inviting me to stuff, which I'm like, yes, because she took me to the farmers market and it was just so amazing and beautiful. I just feel like Chicago really gets a bad reputation. I do not understand how people talk about Chicago like the way they talk about Chicago. This experience has just been so. I have never. I would have never imagined this. I would have never imagined how awesome it is to be here and how happy I feel to be here. And I don't know, like it's been great. Even like I said, even though all my experiences haven't been top tier, even though all of my experiences haven't been the most amazing, I haven't. Even my worst experiences haven't been that bad. Nothing has made me say I don't want to live here, f this city. No, nothing. Every day I'm just like I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here. Every experience with every single person, even if me and the person didn't really even click, I still be like, I'm so glad to be here. I'm glad I met this person. Even the hairdresser who disappeared on me when I finally got to her house, I'm glad I met her because the first time I went there, I had a great time. Even I was chatting with another hairdresser this morning. We were just chatting on text this morning. You know, I'm just glad to have encountered her. So she told me there was going to be a community meeting. I'm like, what is it? She's like, well, the board of board of the county, the president, before she was the board of the president, she used to have community meetings so people can come and talk to the community leaders directly. And I said, that's smart. So every week she invites them all to come, and anybody who want to come talk to the community leaders can come talk to them. That's smart. And they serve breakfast, and then after the breakfast, then they take an hour just to do announcements. I say, oh my gosh, that's it. It's a 2-hour event. That's it. And one of the hours is breakfast, free breakfast. So she's like, come. And I was like, okay. I went, and it was a lot of people running for office because I guess it's like politics time, a lot of people running for judge. And it was all these beautiful Black women running for judge, and they was standing up there talking about themselves. I grew up in this ward, and I went to so and so school, and my kids growing up here. I live on this street and this street, and I'm gonna stay there. This is my neighborhood. This is my city. I'm not going nowhere. I'm a lawyer. I work with the murderers, and it was just wow. It was just Black people just being brilliant, and I was just sitting there watching them like, what? I just felt like lucky even just to be there. Plus, even just the people just sitting in the audience, like the community members, they were also kind to me too. Just like, hey, how you doing? Like not just kind, hey, how you doing, but warm. Like when they take your hand, they hold your hand for real and look you in the face for real. I talked to this one lady, she was saying she was a caregiver twice for both of her parents, and they both passed away. And she said now she works, and she's been working in the legal system at the jailhouse. And I said, how are you feeling, after being a caregiver? And she's like, I go to therapy a lot. I miss them a lot. Holidays are hard. But she said, I try to tell myself every time the sun is shining that they're looking down on me. And I say, oh. But I was just really interested if you are such a caregiver so much, and now you caring for the community. And she was volunteering that day, getting signatures and stuff. So she's consistently giving of herself. I'm like, how do you replenish yourself? She said therapy, and she said she talked to her pastor a lot. So, I want to set myself up where I'm consistently caring for somebody. That's the thing that I miss. I missed out on in life. The chance to care for someone consistently. So I think through my community service work, my love for community service is me wanting to be there for someone and consistently take care of them. And I'm excited, to find a place to do that, find a way to do that. And especially here. If somebody would just let me organize something or just be a part of what they organize. Now I don't got to be in charge. Definitely don't got to be in charge. I can follow directions. Even if it's the weekend cleanup, I'll gladly clean up. The only thing I'm not doing is pulling no weeds. Like I went to go volunteer and they was like, we pulling weeds today. I was like, well, I got to go home because I can't. That junk hurt I tried it, and I'm like, this feel like it's gonna hurt my back, and I'm not interested in being hurt. To volunteer, I would pick up trash all day. Like I'll do some hours of trash pickup, but I can't hurt myself, in the process of volunteering. So very, very excited. After we finished with that meeting, which went fast, I introduced myself to some of the people that was leaders and stuff, and I don't know if they remember my name, but I was probably one of the only new people there. But I want that when I walk by people on the street, they know who I am. I know who they are. That's what I want. I want them to know my name. I want to know their name. I want to be in a part of a community where people say, oh, that's Te-Erika. She does this. You can go to her for that. Like they know that this is what I do. I'm an older woman. So I'm one of them grown ladies. So I'm hoping that I represent myself in that way, and that I get to be a part. I get to be a part with all my little idiosyncrasies and craziness. Everybody's doing something that's making the community, keep going. And I want to do something too. I don't know what that is. So after that, we went to the we went to the grocery store, and that was awesome. Just running around the grocery store picking up stuff that I didn't think I needed anything, but when I got there, I'm like, oh yes, you do. The regular stuff. Then we went to the farmers market for like 2 seconds, and then we went by the church where we hoped to have the event. Like me and her was hanging. We was hanging, okay? We was hanging. And I'm so glad she just be inviting me. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go. So next week we're gonna meet up again to sit down and talk. And I'm feeling so grateful so far. Ain't nobody told me I need to leave. Get the hell out of Chicago. Ain't nobody tell me that yet. So I'm glad. So, and that's it. Anybody want to ask me anything? I'm just up here because I was just trying to stream live on Twitch, and I did. I did it for the first time, and what I hope to do over there is to go live and get subscribers and make $4 million a month, like the other guy doing. I don't know if people want to watch me. I don't know if I'm as exciting, but why not try? Even if I'm in third place or fourth in 10th place, and I'm only making $100,000 a month, that's still better than me. Like, I don't know why people don't just try. You be watching these people making all this money, and the money is real. They're not lying. They're making 25,000. They're making 50,000 all because a month, all because they try and other people don't. That's it. You like, wow, I can't believe that. That's something that other people do, not me. It could be you if you just try. It could be if you just try and be consistent, regardless of who watching. Just do it every day. Anyway, do it every day anyway. I'm talking about for more than 10 years, I was not making even $50 a month making videos. I wasn't even making $50 a month for more than 10 years for my videos. Not even $50 a month. Nope. But now I make a great living, for my videos. I had to change it up a little bit, but I still do make videos and do great. And I wasn't in the mood to make no videos like news tonight. So I was like, well, let me go live. But then when I said, oh, let me go live, I came to get on YouTube, and I was like, I don't really earn no money from YouTube. So just basically just hanging out. And you do earn money from Twitch. So let me just go look and see if I can set that up. And I ended up doing that instead. See, my mind is always thinking about revenue, how I can, continue to support myself, because people are supporting themselves through this. Why shouldn't I? Thank you. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. Whoever gave me the like, thank you. So if people are supporting themselves through social media and they human beings just like me, why can't I do it? I'm gonna try at least. So in the chat, if y'all didn't see it, I put the link, and I'm gonna link it again to my Twitch. So go on over there and follow me on Twitch. If you're not on Twitch, make an account, because I'm gonna go live for long periods of time, like hours and stuff like that, I guess, at some point. Because I still gotta write another book. And I was hoping that I could get it done by the end of the year, but I'm having too much fun in Chicago right now. I'm gonna wait till it get too cold to go outside, then I'm gonna start my book. And then whenever I finish it, because I don't want to miss out on enjoying this beautiful weather. Today was such hot weather that everybody was complaining. I'm like, child, this is regular for me, being from Miami and being from New Orleans. Like, this heat is regular. So it was just such a beautiful day. I went for 2 walks. I went for a walk early in the morning, then I went for a walk in the evening after I came back from running around with Susan. And when I woke up, I just immediately went for a walk. And then there was a little boy at the park selling lemonade. I bought lemonade from him. Charlie said, what times are you planning to stream? I got to pick a time? Oh, I don't know. I thought I could just stream whenever I feel like it, whenever I had the time. because I try not to I don't do YouTube live that often, but I still got to do my regular videos, and then typically I try not to do anything until my regular videos are done. Like like I made sure to put some videos on all platforms. But yeah, so come subscribe to me on Twitch. I put the link in the chat. It's twitch.tv/Te-Erika, my name, and you can go on over there. And you can watch me. So anybody want to ask me anything? I had a wonderful time today. Met a bunch of wonderful Black women who are making this community go around. They're contributing to the community. They playing vital roles, and I want to be one of them. It don't have to be. I don't have to be a leader. I don't have to be. I could be an assistant. I don't even have to be an assistant. I could just be a participant. I just want to be a part of making this community great and making it, viable. I don't know what I could possibly do. I was having some ideas. Like I like sharing information like about community service. That's what I love to do. Rebel says, "What do you think about this DVD and Celeste situation?" Okay, good job. Thank you for asking me a good topic. David and Celeste. So for those of you who don't know, the news popped out that there was a body found, a dead body found in the trunk of a singer's car. So when I first saw that, I was like, okay, well, that ain't enough information. It just seems so vague. I ain't do a report about it. Then a few days later, it turns out that it was a missing girl, a missing 15-year-old girl, a girl who had been reported missing by her family last year, was found in the trunk of this singer's car. Now, the singer is not somebody that's well known, but if you a TikTok person, you have heard his music. You may not have known it was him, but you've heard those songs before. He really goes viral on TikTok a lot. And once I heard some of his songs, I'm like, yeah, I remember these songs. I never knew who sang it. So why is there a missing 15-year-old girl dead in this man's car? And then it came out and they're acting like he don't have nothing to do with it because it was just one of his cars. Then it started coming out of who she was. They said her name, Celeste Rivas. And then all these people was finding pictures all over social media of them two hanging out. So this is somebody that he knows. Then it came out of them having matching tattoos. So this is probably somebody that he dated. But then it became an issue of, okay, this is somebody he dated, but if she's 15 and she's been missing for a year, that means she's been missing since she was 14. The pictures that they're finding is from 3 and 4 years ago. So basically he was dating her when she was 12. And he's 20 now. So he's 5 years younger than her. So he was 17 when she was 12. And they was dating, or they was extremely close, because none of the social media is showing them like kissing or anything like that. But they're always together. They got matching tattoos. The tattoos say shh, like don't tell nobody. And he was seen wearing a lot of the stuff that she wear, like she was into Hello Kitty. So he started wearing that kind of stuff too. But this man has not been arrested. He has not been charged with anything. Like they're not acting like he's a suspect at all. But the internet is crucifying him because he's made songs like romantic homicide. Like what the hell? Showing in his merchandise on his website is like bloody t-shirts. And when you watch some of his videos, they're so dark. And there's a girl that looked just like her in the videos. And people are getting murdered in his videos. Like this is all really damaging information. Rebel said he should be arrested by now. Rebel said they said 11. He said they was talking since she was 11. And Roshi said, hey, it's definitely giving traffic. Rebel said he made a song named Celeste, and he made a song named Celeste. Exactly. Yes. So this is really crazy to me. This is really crazy to me. But I still don't understand why he hasn't been arrested. It's in his car. But I guess you need more evidence than that. I guess you need more evidence than that. And that's if she's been missing for a long time, at some point you knew that she was missing. Why do you like? I seen pictures of them saying that he's wearing the bracelet she was seen wearing. Why do you have all her stuff? And then the mother said that before she went missing, she learned that she had been dating a man named David, like that was her boyfriend. So they got to be the guy. It's crazy, right? Yeah. So yeah, thank you for bringing up that topic, Rebel, and thanks for watching. Does anybody else have anything else they want me to talk about? I don't know. Honestly, once I do the story, I'll be moved on to the next story. I'm always trying to find what's the next story I'm going to tell you guys. So I don't really be focused on one story in particular. Wedding at Candace and those matching tattoos. Yes, those matching tattoos. That's crazy, right? You're my little secret, but that's how we should keep it. Yeah. And she's appeared on live with him a lot of time, but it seems like she's always trying to cover her face, wear big sunglasses, or wear like a hoodie on her head. And that would make sense if she's like 11 or 12. Like she's trying not to show that she's a little girl. So Roshi say there's a serial unaliver in Houston. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. Do you live in Houston? I'm looking it up now. I always say Houston doesn't have a serial killer. The truth is much messier. There's no Houston serial killer, but there's a reason why you think it is. Have you heard the news? There's a serial killer on the news in Houston. At least that's what you're told to believe. But after 6 bodies were pulled from the city's bayous in a single week, social media went crazy with speculation that they were the work of a serial killer terrorizing the city. On TikTok, videos saying that the bayou killer is behind the bodies in the bayou. And they've racked up thousands of views. One, a woman claims that at least 12 bodies recovered are the work of a killer. It has nearly 1 million views and hundreds of comments. Multiple news outlets in the city have run some sort of articles saying that the bodies are not connected, but these stories don't really convince people. 5 people drowned in a week, no foul play, really? So they're basically saying all these people were happening at the same time, but police are saying that it's not connected. They say people fall into the water either because they aren't paying attention or are drunk or just have an accident. But people weren't convinced. And they said, no, it got to be a cover up. So basically what they're saying is people going to be pulled out that water because people going to have accidents and some people might be murdered, but people want it to be a serial killer. And this is from the Houston Chronicle. People wanted to be a serial killer because to them everything is a true crime story. Basically, that's what they're saying. Everything is a fucking true crime story. So people wanted to be a serial killer. Houston's slow to call a serial, but anything over 3 bodies is a serial killer. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying it didn't happen all at once. That's what they're saying. It didn't. Those bodies have not been there like just this week. I don't know. That's what I just went to the Houston Chronicle, y'all newspaper, and I talked about it. So I don't know. So yeah, I don't know, girl. Wedding at kind of say that's scary. It is scary. It is scary. It is scary. There's a lot of scary stuff happening in this society right now, but I try not to be like focus my whole shit on it. Like, I try to focus I try to give my content more of shocking, more shocking entertainment than the negative. Like terrible. This is a terrible world. Even I honestly I really don't like when I see my comments are filled with that's sad, that's terrible. when I see my comments are filled with that, I try to make sure my next story don't have nothing, don't have that same type of energy, because I don't want people to come to me and when they walk away, they just feeling sad. Like, ugh, even though that's the content that get the most views, that's terrible. Why does everybody want like feeling terrible? Because if I post something that make you feel terrible, that thing gonna go viral. But I don't like feeling like that. Definitely don't like reporting on it, but that's the stuff that get us paid the most. Rebels say they probably don't want to put the city in panic mode. Okay, yeah. I love your shorts. I don't even be knowing all that stuff is going on that you report. Oh, really? Oh, let me tell you about that then. That's good to hear. I'm so glad to get some feedback, because y'all feedback, I always listen. I rarely get people telling me how they feel, so it's important. So to me, if one person stopped to mention what they think, I always take it into consideration. Like somebody recently was like, most of your content is so sad. Like this was like a month ago. And I was like, oh, I was feeling the same way. Finally, somebody said it. So I made sure for the next whole week, I didn't post anything sad. And of course, nothing really, only one thing went viral, but you see what I'm saying? But I made sure not to post anything that make them feel sad. So I appreciate the feedback. And this woman is saying she loved my shorts. And you know what's the interesting thing is, I am always on that social media trying to see what people are talking about. So the stories that are going viral or that I think should go viral, so either or, if I say, oh, this need to go viral, or it's already going viral, I'm putting it up there so you don't have to spend all day on the internet. I'm going to make sure you know what the internet is talking about. I'm making sure this is what everybody's talking about today. As long as it's not celebrity, I don't really be doing all that celebrity stuff, but outside of celebrity stuff, whatever the other topics are people are talking about, I'm gonna make sure you know. Oh, guess what's going on? Guess what's going on? Even if other people have reported it, I know you watching it, Rebel, and you don't know because you at work and you take care of your kids. So you ain't got time to be sitting on the internet all day trying to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna make sure you know. So thank you so much. Oh, that's Wedding at Canna. And Rebel said, I've been watching you since I was thinking about moving to Nolan. I'm 25 minutes away from Chicago and Indiana. Oh my God, I want to go to Indiana so bad because it's like right there, number one. But number two, I don't know. I just kind of feel like they describe it as like this wasteland. Like it's like this toxic, empty wasteland. And I say, I know it got to be some beautiful parts about it. So I'm definitely going to hop on over there and go eventually. Maybe you could tell me where to go. That's beautiful there. Like where to go. Yeah, I'm gonna come by and visit. Why not? But yeah, I miss New Orleans so much, but I don't miss the parts that I don't miss is worth me leaving and not going back. Even though I want to go back so bad and get some crowd legs. You have no idea. I want to go back and get some crowd legs so bad. But I miss it. But if it was for me, I would have stayed. That's all I gotta say. Sometimes we can look at things romantically, in our mind, like, oh, it was so wonderful. It was not. It was not that wonderful. If it was so wonderful, I would have been still there. So what can I really be missing on that pushed me to want to leave? And I wanted to leave for a while. It wasn't right. It wasn't the right environment for me, even though I missed the city itself. I missed the city workers. I missed the garbage men, the doctors, the dentists, the people who work at the courthouse, the people who you call in Entergy. I miss all of them. They were just so great at customer service and taking care of the things that need to be fucking taken care of. It was nothing that I need to get done. I couldn't get done, including my eyeglasses. Shit just get done, you know? Never. It was never an issue. Never an issue. Shit, the DMV. Shit just get done. They was at a community. They was pulling together all the time. Everybody playing their part, making that shit work. And that's what I want to do. That's why I want to find a role here in Chicago for me to, make a part. But Rebel say Gary is terrible. See, that's what I heard. Oh, don't cry. I heard that it was a wasteland. But I bet the rent low. Do you live in Gary? How much is your rent? I bet your rent low. If they got a Walmart, I wouldn't mind living out there as long as I live near a Walmart. And if it's only 25 minutes away from Chicago, then I can come to Chicago to go to stuff. Why not? Shit, move to Gary, Indiana. But I heard it's dangerous. Am I going to be unsafe if I go there? I don't mind living out there. She said, "Oh no, I'm in Hammond." Oh okay. Oh okay. Yeah, I heard of Hammond, Indiana too. So what? Why would you go and live out there in Indiana if it's so like empty and stuff? What keeps you there? Rebel said, "I'm telling you so you can stay away." Oh Lord. Oh, she's saying don't go to Gary. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Thank you for telling me. Okay. What about Michael Jackson house? You don't want me to go there? I gotta go to Kanye West house down here in Chicago. I heard it's not too far. I think it's like 5 miles from me. I'm on the south side of Chicago. I knew I was gonna live here too, because when I was looking for a place to stay in Chicago, everybody was telling me, live on the north side. And my guy friend actually made me a map, and he was like, "These are the places that you can live, and you'll be okay." And I was like, "Okay." Do I live in one of them areas? Yes, I do. I live in one of the areas he suggested. In fact, I need to hit him up because he just posted videos of him on a fucking cruise. Let me leave him a message. Hold on. Mark, like really? You went on a cruise? Like I didn't know, you didn't tell me you was going on a goddamn cruise. When did you go? Like I need to see more pictures, and I don't even see Mikey in there. Did you take him with you? Like I'm so excited. When is your next trip? So he and we got this pass called the Go Wild Pass, and basically it's like unlimited flights. So I'm gonna be every fucking where. Every month I'm gonna go somewhere. Why not? It's unlimited flights. So I'm gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? Roshi said this is the perfect time for a cruise. Yes, I've been trying to find a cruise to go on too. Yes, honey. I'm trying to find one. I'm trying to find one. The first time I went on a cruise, it was 4 nights, but it was only $250. And I guess they do that when you never cruised before, and they have me in their system. And they wanted to introduce me to the cruise line, and it was okay. I remember feeling a little bit stressed because I felt trapped, like I couldn't get out the boat. Like it was a little bit trappy to me. But the reason I want to go back is because all you can eat food, and what it did was it forced me not to work, and there's no way that I'm gonna not work. If I'm home, I'm gonna work. If I'm near a computer, I'm gonna be creating something, because that just don't make sense to waste your time. That's why I don't understand how people. My son be like, "Why you don't listen to music?" I say, "How is listening to music gonna help me get paid? How is watching somebody else's movie gonna help me get paid? How is doing a lot of this? How if this not gonna help me get paid? Why would I do it? Every waking minute, I could be creating something that's gonna bring money back into my pocket. Like I would be a fool to just sit up and just get high. Get high. Get out of here. Like don't get me wrong. I have tried it in the past, but it's just totally unproductive. There's nothing. It's not. No. Mm-mm. So what going on a cruise does, it just make me sit there. And this cozy, I'm in my room by myself. It's nice and chill and cool. I'm looking at the ocean out the little window. I don't get the room with the balcony. Cause you ain't gonna come throw me off the balcony. No way. Never will. Never will. I don't care how much money I get. You ain't getting no. You ain't never put me in a room with no balcony, and you been talking about, oh, I love you, just so you can come throw me off the balcony and call it an accident. Say we got into a fight or that I was committing suicide. Nope, I ain't suicidal. No. So I'm always gonna get the room with the hole in the wall, and that's it. But I remember one of my last nights, somebody came knock on my door like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, they trying to kidnap me. They trying to kidnap me and stuff. Of course, I ain't answering that door. I don't care who it is. I ain't answering the door here either. Speaking of, I got a letter in the mail today talking about some Comcast benefits. And I'm like, Comcast? I knew I was with Comcast when I was in New Orleans, and it was so awesome. Somehow I found some kind of program where I ain't have to pay no bill for internet. None, zero. And when I was leaving, they was like, "Are you sure you want to leave this bill behind? This great arrangement you got behind, where you don't have no bill?" I said, "I gotta move on. And they was like, "You sure you don't want to pass this on to a neighbor?" I'm like, "I don't know nobody to be passing this thing on." And I let it go. But now, why are they writing me saying that I got benefits based on a pay period? It was weird, weird letter, weird letter. So I got to check my identity. But I've already changed all my my cards and stuff, so none of the numbers and stuff that I've had last year will work. All of my cards have been changed out, all of them, like all of them, just to protect my identity and stuff like that. And it's almost time to change my phone number again. I typically try to change my phone number like every year, sometimes every twice a year. But this phone number I've had for like since like March or something. I've had this almost all year, and I haven't thought about changing it. I thought about changing it when I moved here, but I was like, why? And then I've even been giving my number to people here, and I still nothing has happened that make me want to be like. I think when I changed my number is because I'm like I want to separate myself from that part of my life that had that number, because something happened during that part of my life that I just want to just be like, I'm done with it. I'm just, it was just so terrible. I just want to just be mentally done. So I changed my number. Like I'm not that person anymore. I'm not living that life. But nothing has happened. That's what I'm just saying. Y'all don't understand. I have been tortured, probably, because why have I been changing my number so much ever since New Orleans? I was changing my number all the time, even two and three times a year. Like I just wanted to get out of that mentally, get out so much. I was trying to just stop. No, different person, stop, get away, get away, get away, get away. And I have not felt like that this year. I have not been felt panic to get these people out of my life. Like even some people, I was just texting with this guy today. When I first moved here, me and him would talk more often. Now we just talk whenever. I don't feel like I gotta block him and make sure he don't talk. No. You know what I'm saying? Well, I text him like, hey, blah 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 blah. It's I don't feel like even if I feel that we me and the person is not really compatible for close friendship, I still want to know they're okay. I still feel like I can say what's going on. When I see them, I still want to say hi. I don't feel I don't feel attacked. That's probably what it is. I felt attacked a lot in New Orleans for being who I am. For being who I am. And I was attacked a lot for being because I was a vlogger, influencer, and stuff like that. That people was like, bitch. But I think here people, what I love about here too about the women, and I just keep noticing it, and it's just so comforting. Women here have real bodies, and I've been wanting to say that out loud because a bitch ain't a bitch here that need. They don't look at you crazy if you ain't got no BBL. If you don't have a BBL in Miami, something wrong, but here women just regular women in all shapes, but it's not like a force. You're not forced to look a certain way, and I love it because I'm going to show you what I look like right now. So now, even though I'm the thickest I've ever been, because now I'm a size 12, I feel confident and I feel like I'm not so bad. Let me stand up, let me show y'all. See, look a little bit like my sister and my mama. This is size 12. I'm 5'2". I'm 5'2". I'm 5'2". Wearing a size 12 in Chicago. And I just feel like I'm a grown lady. And it's acceptable. It's acceptable. I don't feel the pressure to, oh my God, you got to be so skinny. Oh my God, you got to make sure your stomach flat. Hell no. These rock girls walk around here looking good every day in all sizes. In all sizes. And I just be like, okay, let me join you. You know what I'm saying? Let me join you. So that's one thing that's beautiful about here. They ain't stressing about your weight. It ain't no you gotta be skinny city. That's beautiful. Um, I've had the same number for 14 years. God damn. Oh, Rebel says you have to hold on. You have to go check out the South Shore Country Club to have brunch. Where? South Shore Country. Let me look it up. South Shore. Because tomorrow I can go to brunch. Where is that? South Shore Country Club. Okay. It says South Shore Golf Course. Okay. Okay, wait. It says South Shore Social Beach Club. Are you talking? What are you talking about? Like, please. I see Nafsi South Shore Sunday brunch from 11 to 5, but I don't see a South Shore Country Club brunch. I'm gonna go. So I'll probably go tomorrow. Damn, this look like I don't know. Tell me a little bit more about it so I can make sure to make my plans. But yeah, tomorrow's Sunday. Do I have anything planned? I don't have anything planned tomorrow. But I don't really be needing to go nowhere either. Because I got a lot coming up because, it's a lot happening in Chicago. Everybody come here. So I will try to go get tickets to see Adam Sandler because I'm a big Adam Sandler fan. I'll watch any movie he in. It don't matter. And I've always enjoyed his comedy and his humor. So he's going on a tour called the You're My Best Friend tour. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah. And then of course he coming to Chicago. So I went to go see when he coming, went to go get a ticket. And guess what? They won't let you buy one ticket. I tried to get one ticket. They're like, no, you can't buy one ticket. You got to buy two. I'm like, don't do me like that. Goddamn, I want to go. So I didn't end up getting a ticket because I ain't going to buy two tickets just for me. That's crazy. Unless the ticket was like $30, then I buy two. So I can have two seats to myself. That sounds ideal. But the tickets is $50 each. The cheapest ones, So I'm not going to pay $100. So I don't think so. But then they got other shit going on too. Erykah Badu coming to Chicago, bitch. I'm gonna be in the house. I'm gonna be in the house. They got the Bulls, the basketball team. They playing. I got me a ticket to go see them play. I'm finna, bitch. I like to do stuff. There's this play I want to see, like an underground play, but the thing is like 15 miles away. I ain't got no car, so I'm like, God damn, how am I gonna get there? Should I just go ahead and just take an Uber and just say fuck it? Because I really want to go. It's like an all black play too. I'm like, man, I want to go. I keep thinking about it too. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just figure it out. Just take the Uber and just go. Just go. But I also got some trips planned. Too, to go out of town, man. I'm gonna just live my best life, have much fun till the wheels fall off. Fuck that. Because at some point, like I was talking to Susan today, and she was saying like recently she's starting to feel tired. And she said she's 86. She said, I'm 86, so I'm starting to feel you know, like my body is not keeping up with my mind. She said, mentally, I'm still fast forward, move. Let's get this done. Let's take care of this. She said, but my body's not allowing as much as it did before. I'm like, wow. She's like, yeah. So she said, I've had the same number for 14 years. That's so stable. I would love that. I'm gonna see how long I can keep this number. I'm gonna see how long I can keep this number. But so far, ain't nobody in this city stressed me the fuck out so much where I feel like I gotta change my number. Ain't nobody made me feel like I hate it. I need this part of my life to be over. And that's why I was changing my number, because I needed that part of my life to be over. And I was still changing it again because I was still allowing stupid shit to come into my life. It just wasn't the right place for me. Rebel say Nola was giving you a hard time. Was you there? Girl, they were giving me a hard time. Rebel say Chi-Town folks are different, very different. I'm just enjoying it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am enjoying it. I know they probably look at me like she's such a goofy. They love to call people goofy in Chicago. You a goofy. She's like goofy. But I don't care. I'll be y'all Chicago goofy. As long as y'all let me stay. Don't run me out. Just let me stay. Y'all can talk about me. Say I'm a goofy. All y'all want. As long as y'all let me stay, because I ain't trying to go nowhere. I still like y'all. Even though y'all think I'm a goofy, I still like y'all. I still want to see y'all every day. I still smile when I walk outside. I still feel happy, even though my apartment building got a lot of issues. People be complaining all the time. I still like my apartment. I still think it's cute. I'm so happy that I came here, and this was a great choice. And damn, if only this shit was just a little bit bigger. And my apartment was a little bit bigger, and it had a little bit less people in the building. I could probably stay here for some years. Like if they was to tell me we're not gonna raise your rent if you renew your lease, I would not go nowhere. I'd be like, no. But if they try to raise my rent, I'll be like, I might as well go get what I really want. But honestly, if they come to me and say your rent gonna stay the same for another year, I'm like, bitch, I'm staying too. Come on, keep this shit the same. We gonna stay. But Roshi say you look nice. Rebel say we don't sweat nothing. Roshi say you look nice. Wedding say you don't need any surgeries. You know what? I was thinking about getting the surgery. Honestly, I looked into it. I had a phone consultation with the surgeons to see if I can get like a mommy makeover. I did. I thought about it. I talked to my friend. My friend was like, "You are perfectly imperfect." I was like, "Bitch, no, I'm not. You just saying that shit. You don't mean that shit. You just saying that shit." But she always be trying to be all fucking encouraging and shit. I'm like, bitch, shut up. But I ain't. But it's honestly when I go out and I see all the women out there, they just loving themselves, just looking good at all sizes. I be like, what I gotta change myself for? Everybody here just happy with who they are. I don't know. I don't feel like the pressure to look a certain way, or I can't get into this event, or I'm not gonna be accepted into this group. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like the women are like that here. Rebel say different restaurants black owned too. Yep, the golf course. Oh, okay. Okay. Rebel say that's the name of the building. I gotta put my car in the shop for repairs and it's over 1K. Taking away my birthday festivities next month. Oh no. Roshi, aren't you the one that go to the child for your birthday? I still have not gone there yet. I keep telling myself, and I got a dress that I want to wear. I gotta make sure I go. It's not gonna be this week though. I got too much going on. And not gonna be next week either. Still too much going on. So I'm gonna make a day eventually. I gotta make a day eventually. I keep saying then I put myself on the list so they be sending you like coupon codes so you can get like $25 off dinner and stuff like that. And I be like, I'm gonna go. Still haven't gone. I be really trying to make this money. Y'all don't understand. It's just very serious for me. Like when I saw my income start to really increase, I want to keep that up. And guess what? I didn't get to talk about this last time. Y'all won't believe it. Mm-mm. I am completely debt free. Like I don't have no credit card debt. I don't have no debts. I paid everything. I'm talking about to zero. No, actually, I left 100 on a couple of them because I ain't wanted to be down to nothing. Bitch, here y'all can get a little interest. So to show I'm still using it. But I don't have no thousands. I don't even have $1,000 in debt more. I have paid all my credit cards off, and I got savings. So now and then my credit score went up. This is amazing. This is an amazing time in my life. And I know I be talking shit like, bitch, get your credit score. Because you know how long it took me? It takes some work to do that. It takes some dedication to do that. And that's why I want to be around people who serious about that too. Who willing to put in the work to get that done for themselves, who got a credit card where they can just book a flight or book a cruise and it's not no big deal. If something happened in the emergency, they can go take care of it. They don't have to be scrounging around, which I would have been done for all my life so far until the past couple of years. I've always been in a place where if an emergency had happened, I would just be out of luck. So I'm so glad to be. I just want to be around people who care about stuff like that. Who care about having amazing experiences that I can say like Mark. Like I can say, Mark, let's get this airline pass. And we can fly anywhere. We can go. We can take all these trips, and he's down. And I love to see him enjoying himself, man. That's why I say I knew that when he hit me up like T, we got to meet up. I'm like, hell yeah. And I knew that if I go with him to this event, we gonna have a blast because he's nothing but fun. He lived in Chicago for about 15 years, but he not from Chicago, so he still got a little bit of outside flavor to it. But I just love being around him. It's just nothing but fun. There's nothing ever. And then the stuff he's into, I'm into it too. Like he showed me a video of all his plants. He got like 100 plants. 100. He got a whole room at his house dedicated to plants. And then one of them he keep alive without even having any dirt. He have rocks, and he just say he put vitamins and stuff in the rocks for the plants to grow. I love plant people because I can't keep a plant alive. All my plants, I got plants, but they all plastic. They all plastic. I can't keep a plant alive. I love looking at them. I think it's so important, an important part of every room, every decor. You should have some living things. Especially if you can take care of yourself. I haven't been able to yet. One time in New Orleans, this man gifted me a plant. It was the coleus. And that's when I fell in love with coleus. I used to walk by him every day taking walks. And one day as I walked by, he was like, I got something for you. And I was like, what is it? And he came out with this beautiful coleus. I said, for me? He said, yeah. I was like, oh my God. I proudly walked home with that, and I put it in my backyard, and it was not flourishing. It looked like it was dying. I was so sad. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And then I just said, okay, if it's going to die, I'm just going to put it in the front. I put it in my front yard. Next thing I walk out there, it started 2 times, 3 times as big as it was. I was like, oh my God, I was so proud. I'd never get taking a picture and posting it. Look at my baby, it grew. It was so awesome. So awesome. I don't know what happened to that plant. Oh, I know what happened. One time we had a hurricane, and then I had to take it in the house, and then we had to evacuate. So by the time I got back, that shit died. Somebody outside screaming. It's not even late at night. It's only 9:30. Rebel say, I know that's right. Enjoy yourself. Well, Roshi, are we gonna go to the Fago the Child for your birthday? Rebel say, I was shocked to see you. Oh, let me see. And I know what you've been through in NOLA from watching your videos. That's how I found you inquiring about NOLA. Oh, shut up, girl. What was the most crazy thing you saw that I went through in New Orleans that you can remember? What was the craziest thing that you saw? I'm telling you, New Orleans is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. When I think about it, just thinking about the different neighborhoods and different experiences. Because when I first moved there, I didn't have a car. So I was seeing the city from public transportation, taking the bus everywhere. I wasn't even Ubering. I was on the bus everywhere at first. Then I started Ubering. Then I got a car, So it was a whole different vantage point from driving in the small streets rather than taking the bus on the main streets. And, so I miss that little trolley. I miss St. Charles. I miss Elysian Field. I miss my favorite streets. I miss my favorite places to eat. I miss my crawfish and crab legs. I miss going to the Triangle Deli. I miss doing Mardi Gras, trying to find the best Mardi Gras cake, king cake. I miss being a tour guide in the French Quarter. I miss the potholes. I miss that Walmart on Chef. I had a wonderful experience. I really went in and out in that city. I did everything. I went to the dentist. I went to the doctor. I went to court. I had to go to court. You know what I'm saying? I got my name changed. I went through the process of getting a business license from there. I've gone through every experience in that city, and it was I don't regret it at all. And I remember just walking down the street, seeing all the people with the beautiful gardens, and a lot of people was into gardening there because the plants be in bloom, and it's just so beautiful. I just remember being in that neighborhood. What neighborhood I was in? Gentilly, and just walking the neighborhood, just looking at all the little houses and wishing I could have a house like that one day. So now I still do that here. Here, landscape in Chicago, landscaping is so important. I'm sure them landscapers make bread. I know they got to make bread because now that I think about it, every block is so beautiful with wonderful, gorgeous flowers, right? And them flowers ain't growing there organically. I saw a man with a truck and he had a whole bunch of flowers in it, different flowers. And he was taking them out the truck and putting them in it. I say, that's what they do. They decorate. It's like decorations. And it looked like they grew there, but it's decorations. So them people who nursing them flowers year round just so Chicago can be beautiful once the summer hit. Oh my gosh. I bet they making a lot of money because it's not a street, it's not a house that don't have a bunch of flowers on it. And it's so pretty. And it needs to be like that too. Because think about it, once it get winter and cold, it's not gonna be no green on this in the streets. No green grass, no green on the trees, no flowers. It's just gonna be white if it snow and stay snowy. So this is a treat. That's why they say summertime shot is the best time because it's like the whole city come alive. Everybody outside is hot. Everybody wearing their little shorts and their little skirts and then their bare arms. And this is a beautiful thing to see everybody pop out for anything, for any reason, for any reason. And they have events every day, all day. I miss events. I be wanting to go to more events than I go to, but sometimes I just be so tired. Like last week I was supposed to go to film festival event. Oh my gosh, I missed that. I was sleepy. I was just so tired. I was like, I can't do it. In fact, the night before, I thought it was the night before, and I got dressed and showered and got dressed and everything. And as I'm getting ready to call the Uber, I'm looking at the flyer and I'm like, wait, this shit tomorrow. I'm like, oh my God, I'm already dressed. So instead, I just said, well, let me go see what I can do. And I walked out just to go just find a restaurant in the neighborhood to go to and eat. And I did, and the food was not good. So I was like disappointed, like, wish I could have stayed home and ate some chicken nuggets instead of paying all this money for this food that's not good. But that's how it goes. Shit ain't gonna always be good. But you doing it for the experience anyway, so you can know what's good and what's not good. So yeah. Roshi said Fogo de Chao has a good brunch deal. I want to go to a nice brunch. But today food was good, even though it was at the community meeting. They had grits, eggs, potatoes, turkey sausage or bacon. You could choose which one, and great biscuits with jelly, and orange juice and apple juice and coffee. I was like, hell yeah! I don't know who paying for this, but thank you. I ate that food. That food was good. So Roshi said, Rebel said, I was shocked to see you left Dallas and come to the shot. You were shocked? Oh my gosh. I wish somebody would have told me about the shot earlier, but I guess ain't nobody ever said, what about Chicago? Not one time. Why nobody ain't ever say that? That's crazy. Roshi said, car repairs can be so expensive with foreign cars. Yes, honey, child. I remember that. Rebel said, what a blessing, child. Something to be proud of. Void the G said, hey T, hope you're I'm trying to catch up with the comments. I love what you're writing. Hope you're having a great weekend. I am, boy, the Jeep. I'm having a wonderful weekend. It started off today's Saturday? Or is it Friday? Oh, it's Saturday. I thought it was Friday. It started off with a community meeting. And I got to go and meet some of the leaders in the community and some of the people running for office, like all the judges. They up for re-election, so they had to come talk to the community and tell them about themselves. So we got all these beautiful Black women standing up there, like, yeah, I was born and raised in the Fourth Ward. I still live here on so and so and so and so. Now I work downtown as a public defender. I stand with the people who are at the worst moments of their lives. I'm taking good care of them, and I want to be there for them through this hard time, so they can, make them turn their lives around and get it better. And I'm here for you too. Like I'm just a regular person, just like you. My children growing up in this community, I want to make sure it's safe for them. They was giving their good ass speeches. I was like, okay. I could never be a politician going around talking to people, trying to convince people. I think I'd be like, oh, I can't do it. But them girls was doing it. I was like, go ahead. I was so proud of them. Mm-hmm. And then, so what happens? All the local politicians, they come and give a report. Like, I work at the Cook County Hospital. This was going on at the hospital. I work at the water treatment plant. This is what's going on with the water treatment. I'm like, oh shit, this was so awesome. I'm the senator. The senator was there. I was like, wow. And it was all Black. All of them. Yeah, dog. Yeah, yeah. You see how I feel. You see how you feel. That's how I feel. Like yeah. The commissioner. Yeah, the president of the board of the county. Black, 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 black. I was like, okay. I was like, it was just, bitch. Let me find something to do in this city. I have a feeling they not gonna be the type to be like, sit your ass down and shut up. You can't do nothing. You better earn your way into our city. You can't be with us. You can't sit with us. I feel like if I figure out something to do that out to serve the city, they'll just say, okay, go ahead. They ain't gonna stop me. If I can figure out how I'm gonna contribute to this community, it's a wrap. I don't even need accolades. I just want to be one of them. They stood up. Them the bitches I'm talking about. They stood up to take care of this community. I want to stand up. I want to show love. I want to have something to do that, that I can say I'm caring for someone. I don't get to care for nobody. That's the drawback that man that I was talking to, he don't get. Like, he didn't understand. He thought, oh, you lonely, you gonna basically you're telling me I'm gonna die alone, and that's terrible. But the worst, the only bad part I see about being single is you don't have anybody to give love to. You don't have anybody to allow you to be that nurturing person that you want to be in your heart. You want to do nice things for them. You want to be thoughtful. You want to anticipate their needs. Like, oh, they can use this. Let me make sure they have this. Let me make sure they're prospering. You want to like serve and support. You want to give that love to someone. And being single for a long time, you don't get to love anybody consistently. So I try to do that through community service, because I ain't gonna have no man coming in my life telling me what all I need to change to suit you for what? And what I get if I'm suited to you? To continue to serve you? No, I'm not doing that. No, I don't want to. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear you need to change. You need to change. I think I'm fine. I'm fine the way I am. I'm not missing nothing that I know of. So yeah. Roshi say plant dad. Rebel say all my real plants died too. Now I only have plastic ones too. Fury World say, hey sis, hey Fury World. Is that I think I remember you. You have a different name. Rebel said people going through your garbage was wild. Yes, Rebel. You was paying attention. Roshi said, yep, always on my birthday, going to figure the child on the birth. I knew that was you. When is your birthday? Is it coming up? Roshi said, who knows? One day you should just take a trip down there to New Orleans. I should. I should take a day trip. I'm nervous though. I'm nervous to go there because I don't want to. I don't know. I think when I go, if I go back down there, I think I want to do it if I'm not by myself. I don't want to go back there by myself. Rebel said, I just came back from Lola in August. Oh, you went? Oh my God, what did you do? Tell me. How was it? It was hot, huh? I bet it was hot. I miss it. Roshi said, it's getting cool. It's getting cool in Cali. I'm making some gumbo and Creole cornbread tomorrow. Ooh, girl. Yes. Rebel said, sure is enjoy the warmth because it's about to get cold, windy, and icy. Oh my God, I can't wait. Do you have like one of those big jackets that reach the floor? Because my guy friend Mark, he says that I don't need one. He's like, what you need a big old coat for? You're not gonna be standing outside. You don't work outside in the outdoors. I'm like, you're right. He said, when are you gonna be outside for more than 10 minutes? He said, you're never going to be outside standing on the corner. You don't take the bus anywhere. You're not walking anywhere. You just need a regular coat and you just jump from the car to whatever the event you're going to. And you're only going to be outside for 30 seconds. I'm like, damn, you're right. He said, I don't own a big coat. I'm like, oh. Because, them coats be costing like $200, $300. And I bought 3 coats plus a pair of boots for $100 off Thread Up, the online thrift store. 3 coats and a pair of boots, but they the little coats. They not the big ones. But I tried to wear one time when it got 50 degrees here. I was sweating in that bitch. I had to come home and take it off because I was like, I guess this coat is not for 50. This must be for 30 degrees because putting it on when it was 50 was too sweaty. Roshi said, I got to catch an Angels and Dodgers game before the season is over. Yeah, you do. Oh, man, Roshi, you making me miss LA. What do I miss about LA? Man, I was all over that city too on public transportation. The whole time I lived in LA, I ain't had no car. So I was on the train, I was on buses, and I made it my lifestyle. I ain't never think about getting a car there. It was never even consideration. It was not that I guess I could, was because I couldn't afford it. But at the same time, it was just like, who cares? Because them Uber rides was super cheap, $3 and $4 a ride. I think because that was when Uber was just coming out. So it was cheaper. Also, because I was an influencer, I would give out my code and that would give me discounts on all my rides too when people would use my code to sign up. So my rides was like $3 and $4 everywhere. I take a ride a few blocks because I ain't feel like walking. But I used to live near downtown LA, not downtown, but I could walk downtown in about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. But I lived near downtown, which was cool because all the stores was right there. And my neighborhood was a neighborhood that didn't have houses, so it was poor. You could tell you could tell like what kind of neighborhood it is. If your neighborhood don't have no houses, all apartments, most people are poor. You can tell. So that's how. But it had a huge park in the middle of it called MacArthur Park. And I used to go to that park all the time and sit down and chill. On holidays, they used to come feed the community. If you ain't have no family or no home, I used to go eat with them on Thanksgiving and stuff like that. I go sit down there, and then every week they'll come and give out like groceries and stuff. And sometimes I go get some of the groceries that they're giving out too. They was always taking care of the people, and then they'll shut down the street and let everybody ride their bikes for one day. And I remember I went to this parade where everybody just bring tortillas and throw the tortillas at the people in the parade for fucking what? I don't know. They was be making up reasons to fucking have fun. I remember I went to the marathon 26 miles. I wasn't participating, it was just standing on the sidelines cheering for the people like, y'all finna run 26 miles a day, carry y'all ass on. It was just so beautiful to see them trying. Then you take the train on over to Santa Monica when they finally opened up the train to be able to go to Santa Monica, because at first it didn't go all the way down there. But then they opened it up where you can go from downtown to Santa Monica. It took 50 minutes, but still you went straight there. You ain't got to take no buses. And I remember the first weekend they opened, I was like, yeah, I went and rode it. And when we got down there, people was waiting, clapping for us getting off the train, saying, welcome to Santa Monica. Like, we ain't never been there before. We go to Santa Monica Pier and walk down to Venice Beach. All them times I walked through Hollywood Boulevard with all the stars on the side of the road because I lived in Hollywood. So in order to get to work, I had to actually walk past all them stars just to take the train to North Hollywood where I used to work. But yeah, that was a life. That was a life. So now I'm in Chicago. Hopefully, I create some similar memories. Right now, I live in a great neighborhood, and I'm trying all the different restaurants to trying to get my favorites and stuff like that. But honestly, I don't know if I'm just a hood person because the fancier the restaurant, the least I enjoy it so far. So far, I'm not enjoying the stuff that's expensive. Like my son came, we went out to eat. The meal was $145 for two. Was nothing spectacular about that meal. I was like, are you fucking serious? I was so disappointed. And I'm finding that the more expensive it is, the less I enjoy it. It's not I don't know what I don't know what you're paying for. Like the food is regular food. It's not like I don't know, but I don't know if that's just the hood in me. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying like the regular spots. Like I went to the gas station and they had like a little food part. Motherfucker, that chicken was so fucking good. I was like, God damn. Okay, this is fucking great. So I don't know. Still trying. I found this pizza place because everybody talk about different pizzas in Chicago. They talk about Italian Fiesta, Beggars, and Giordano's, and I went to all of them so far. Um, but my favorite was none of them. My favorite so far is this place called Jet Pizza. I was like, what the fuck is this? That ain't the top three that everybody talk about. And I went in there and got my little square because they serve pizzas in squares. It's not like a triangle like other cities. And I ate that fucking pizza. It was like I'm still thinking about it. Like I haven't gone back and gotten any more because I'm like I don't want to get addicted. But it was good. To me, that was my favorite. May I just say, how was Bubba Gump's? Have you been in the chain? They have gumbo, etc. I did go to Bubba Gump's one year for my son's birthday when we was in LA. We went on Santa Monica Pier and we went to Bubba Gump's, but I don't remember what the food was like. That was so long ago. Roshi said, I made a nice brunch this morning. Breakfast, potatoes, sausage, eggs, scrambled, red lobster, honey, biscuits, and champagne. Girl, did you hear what she had? Let me read it again. Breakfast potatoes, sausage, eggs, scrambled, red lobster, honey, biscuits, and champagne. Girl, you living life. Roshi said, I love black excellence. I do too. I love a bitch that stand up. But you know why? It's because the reason I love leaders, I love all leaders, and you'll never hear me sitting up there like talking trash about anybody leader because they stood up. Most people gonna sit back and criticize those who are doing. They're gonna be like, look what she wearing, look what she doing, look at she ain't doing it right. Everybody love to talk about what another next bitch ain't doing right, how they ain't doing it right, but they will never get up and try to do it themselves. I'll never forget. I saw this clip. It was a black woman approaching what's her name? Hillary Clinton. Somebody was recording it, and the black woman's like, and Hillary, you da 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 da, and you ain't doing this right, and you ain't doing this right, like going off on Hillary. Hillary let her talk, and then Hillary say, "You think I'm not doing a good job? Why don't you try?" Never heard from that black girl again. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be in people's face who trying when you not supposed to try. If I dare see somebody and I don't like what they doing, what I'm going to do, Te-Erika, is say, "Hey, can I help you with this?" I will put myself in a position to add to them, not take them down, not even replace them, to try to help them. That's what you should do. If you see me and I'm looking a mess because my hair ain't done, don't take a picture of me and say, this bitch looking a mess. Be like, you know what? I got a hairdresser for you. That is a leader. That's support. Like, God damn, don't be tearing people down. And they trying, and you would never try. You would never try to run for president. You would never try to run and be an elected official. But you're gonna trash the ones that did try, put their money and all their time into that. You know how many signatures they need to get? They need to get 50,000 people to sign a petition saying that they should be on the ballot. Then they got to get them people to come vote. You crazy? That's a lot. I could never. So I'm just gonna sign a fucking petition. You want me to sign? I'll sign it. I'm gonna sign your petition here. Whew, that's amazing. You know. So I love when I love when leaders stand up and say, "I'll try. I'll try to take charge of this. I'll do it. I'll be responsible for this." You know, I want to be responsible for something too. So Roshi said, I love on myself being single, and now I have a beautiful granddaughter I fly out to see every 2 months. Oh, okay. Yay. Oh, man, you got a good life, Roshi. You got a good life. Roshi said, my birthday is 10/22. Oh, it's coming up. Okay, October 22nd. I remember we talked about your birthday last year, and you the one told me about Fogo the Child that made me get on their mailing list, and I never went when I was in Dallas. But since I've been here in Chicago, I changed it to Chicago location. So now they've been sending me all the deals for the local location. So hopefully I get there. I remember I told this guy about it. He was awesome. They ain't really nothing. They just walk around with me. So bitch, I want to have the experience too. You had the experience. Why can't I have the experience? I want to have it. I've never done it. So I'm gonna wear my dress and I'm gonna carry my ass on over there. And I'm gonna get the ultimate experience with the lobster and all that, everything, the full thing. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. It ain't gonna be this week. It ain't gonna be next week either. We gotta wait. Man, maybe I should do that shit tomorrow. Why the fuck I'm waiting? What am I waiting for? What am I waiting for? Why don't I just go tomorrow? Um, Rebel say true, but it's meant for to give that love to yourself until it's meant to receive your partner. Aw. I want to give that love that I talk about. I want to give out. I want to give it to the community. That's what I want to do. I love community service. I love, you know, seeing a need in the community and me trying to step up to fix it. And I want to do that. I'm gonna find something to do around here, and hopefully they let me. Hopefully they don't try to run me out of town. Like, bitch, this ain't even your city. What the fuck you doing trying to? I don't know, bitch. I'm trying to volunteer. That's all I'm trying to do. Um, Rebel said, let me know when you're ready to go about Nolan. And yes, trust me, glove to frostbite is real. Go to Burlington Coat Factory. I went to Burlington on 47th. here and to find a coat, but they ain't had none at the time. So maybe it was just too early. Because I was really starting my winter wardrobe collection early. Because I was like, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to find stuff. But I think I'm pretty good now. The only thing I don't have is a real coat, like a big one. Like the coats I have, they fine. And if I wear some pants with them, I should be fine. But I don't have a big one. So let you know when I'm ready to go back to NOLA. Why you gonna meet me down there? You wanna meet me in NOLA? Will you be my partner? Roshi said Uber and Lyft allow you to choose women drivers now. Yes, I heard. I've been selected that I prefer women, but it's mostly men that drive anyway. But I'm grateful because the other night when the other day morning when I was going to get my hair done and the girl wasn't answering her door, for some reason this man who was my Uber driver, he didn't leave. Like there's no obligation for him to see if I'm okay, but for some reason he felt it wasn't safe for me to be out there by myself in that neighborhood. And he had the forethought to wait till I get inside, and I never got inside. So I don't know what was being planned for me. She left me outside on her porch like that, you know, and never came. I mean, I didn't have nothing but some coffees and some hair, a bag full of hair to get my hair done. But who knows what could have happened to me if he would have just drove off. Because I would have had to sit there and wait for another Uber driver to come pick me back up, but he didn't. I'm so grateful for him. So at that point, I'm glad it was a man who was considerate enough to to think about me, my safety. And a woman probably wouldn't have thought about it. So I'm glad. So I think it's a good idea to have a good mix. And I'm as much as I be like, oh, men get on my nerves. I don't hate men at all. I don't hate men. I don't have that. My sons think I do, but I just don't. I get annoyed sometimes, but because I don't have men on such a pedestal, that I can't hate them. I think women who hate men, I hate them. They so that because you know why? You so disappointed in men because you got their ass on the pedestal. If you didn't have men in such high regards, then they can't disappoint your soul. They don't disappoint me. I'd be like, oh God, here we go. They're humans. They're regular human beings. They ain't gonna be right sometimes. Sometimes I ain't right. Sometimes I be acting crazy. Sometimes I be tweaking. Sometimes I be flipping out for no reason. I don't know. And sometimes you got to give them a chance to do the same. And not expecting so much for them and perfection from them. And then when they don't meet your expectations and they fuck up or they show emotion or they don't know how to do something right, they'll be like, oh yeah, that shit, look, he's supposed to be. Oh my God, why you got this on a pedestal like that? Like, what made you think he's supposed to be perfect? Who told you that they're supposed to be heroes and saviors and walk in on the white? Who told you that they're supposed to be all that? And they just regular people. Just like you. Just like you need encouragement, they need encouragement. Just like you need sometimes I help you lift you up. Sometimes they need that shit too. Regular people, they gonna fuck up. They gonna gossip. They gonna have a bad day in bed. They gonna feel nervous. They gonna smell bad sometimes. Like regular people. I don't have them been on pedestal, so they can't super disappoint me. I do be like, y'all annoying, but don't hate them because I don't worship them. I think only women that hate men, I hate men, bitch, because you want to worship them and you can't. So you disappointed as fuck. If you don't want to worship men, you realize they're human beings, you ain't gonna be sitting up there super emotional about their ass. Roshi said, I love Santa Monica, even driving from the OC on the weekends to hang out. Hey. Roshi said, when I went to Mississippi to a family reunion last month, that gas station fried chicken was everything. Yes, I love gas station food. That's why my favorite place in New Orleans was Triangle Deli, which is a gas station. I remember the first time I went there, I was staying in the Airbnb. And I don't know who told me about it or if I just saw it when I was walking in the neighborhood. And I was like, what is that? And because I was walking. And I went in there and I was like, what? And I just ordered. I said, okay, I'll take some fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, yams, collard greens, all that stuff. Wow, it was all in one plate. And it was like $8 and shit. I'm like, oh my God. I took that bitch home. I say, Lord, Lord, Lord. But they got a place like that in Dallas too. It's called, I can't remember what it's called. But I went 20 years ago, and right before I left Dallas, I made sure to go before I left. And what I ordered was some pork chops, yams, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, and a slice of cake. All that. So, and I sat down in there and I had a bite of the corn, the pork chops, fried pork chops. How often do you eat fried pork chops? I never eat fried pork chops. Well, I don't even know the last time I had fried pork chops. But I ate that bitch. I ate that pork chop, and I say now I see why people get fat. Cause this shit right here, ooh Lord, it tastes better than masturbation. It was so good. I was like, God damn. And then I said to myself, you got to stop eating because at this point, I was just eating for the pleasure of it. I was not eating because I was hungry no more. Because they gave you 2 pork chops with that shit. I was like, no, you got to stop. Sweet, I think it was sweet greens, sweet something, sweet Georgia something in Dallas. Oh, you got to ask that. Stop because you're just eating for the pleasure of it right now. You're not eating because you're hungry. Stop. I had to stop myself. But it took me a few days. I think it took me like 3 days to finish that one fucking meal. But that shit was good every single time. Roshi said, you want to feel bougie too. Rebel said, heck yeah, I'll meet you in Nola. It was good to finally catch you alive. I have to work in the morning. Good night. Good night. Good night, Rebel. I'm so glad to hear from you. So, man, keep in touch. Hit me up on Instagram and tell me where you at, and then I'll add you so we can chat privately. Or Facebook. Like you got to make a public comment and say, "Hey, Te-Erika, this is me, Rebel from your live. Add me," and then I'll be like, "Oh yeah, bitch, hold up," and then I'll follow you. So Roshi say, "It's nice traveling. Yeah, yeah, it is. Seeing new things, definitely, definitely." Roshi said, "You being able to travel the states and live is a blessing. It is, Roshi. It is. It is. I mean, it's definitely a trade off." But I think what it is making the most out of what life turned out to be. Remember that time when I couldn't afford my apartment and then I lost it? I didn't get evicted, but I had to. They let me out my lease. I didn't know what I was gonna do, where I'm gonna live, and I ended up traveling the country for 8 months, just going from city to city. And somehow I was making it. A lot of times I was not knowing what to do. One time I had to spend the night at the bus station. One time I had to spend the night at the airport. But for the most part, I was still able to afford my Airbnbs and stuff. So I just made the most out of the situation. That's what I'm just saying. I just made the most out of it. And that's why we're trying to teach my son, especially my younger son, because he's so, everything got to be a certain way. Like whatever's in his imagination. And if it don't turn out that way, he's gonna flip. Like, oh, bitch, first of all, just because you imagine it don't mean it's top tier. There could be something even better waiting for you, but you're not gonna even embrace it or experience it because you're so mad because whatever's in your reality is not, matching up with your imagination. Just because you imagine it don't mean it's the best. Don't mean it's the best for you. It don't mean it's a top tier experience you could ever have. Because who would have thought that me being homeless was going to lead me to having the experience of a lifetime where I saw places that I would never thought I would see. I would never thought I would have the opportunity to travel the country and all at once, to go see the White House and the Statue of Liberty. Those are things I only saw on TV. And then I was always such a poverty level that I would never think that I could travel for fun, just for fun. How are you going to travel for fun when traveling costs just as much as your monthly bills? Traveling costs a lot. So if I want to go see a new place, I got to get my ass up and move there and live there, But because I was homeless, I ain't have no monthly bill. So now I can, spend that money on going to see every city I ever wanted to see. And I did for 8 months until I came across New Orleans. And I was like, what? Oh, hell no, I got to live here. I got to live here. I like the lifestyle of the people. They was not rushed. They was not stressed. They was just looking good, eating good, and having fun every week and just enjoying life. Like, I was like, people just enjoy life without striving for something big and amazing. They just enjoying just a regular life. And something inside me was yearning for that. I'm like, man, I want to just live. I always feel like I'm rushing and rushing and rushing and trying to achieve. They was just living. I remember it was a regular Sunday after the second line, and everybody was outside the little I don't know what they call those things now. They have these little, they look like trailers, like box cars or something, and then you can buy food. I forgot what they're called. I'm losing my New Orleans lingo. And everybody was just eating snowballs and just standing around talking. And I was just like, I was there by myself, and I was just like, this it? I remember I was crying. I started crying like, this it? This what you do on a Sunday? March around the fucking street drinking and dancing and then stand around and eating a snowball and talking to your friends? That's it? I want that. And that's what I've been trying to create the whole time, just a regular life. So that's what I hope to create here. So that's why I'm glad I went to that meeting today. I met a lot of community leaders. I hope they will remember my name, and that when they see me, they say, "Hey, Te-Erika," and then eventually they say, "Oh, you need this? Te-Erika do that." That's what Te-Erika do in our community. Because there's one lady I met today. She worked at a jail, and she said whenever people get arrested, they call me, "Go check on him. Why they arresting him?" And she can go check on the system and see what they did. So they call her for that because that's what she do. I want to do something. I want to do something. They say, yeah, call Te-Erika if you want to do that. I can't wait. I mean, I'll figure that shit out. But Roshi said, I truly thank you for boosting my motivation to move on the budget last year. You are amazing. Okay, then, girl. And then guess what? It worked out. It's a place for you to live on any budget in any city. You just gotta be patient and think outside the box and step outside your comfort zone. Because everybody was telling me, don't live on the south side, don't live on the south side, don't live on the south side. And my son was literally scared. My son, Cy, in Florida, he was like, don't move it. He told me no. I think he even called my mama and told my mama she trying to move to Chicago. I think he told my mama, like, you telling on me? What's she gonna say? Like, she don't pay my bills. She was like, no, mommy, I don't want you out there. That's crazy. And I came and I live on the south side. So, and it worked out. And every day I feel so, let me tell you, not only do I feel content, I feel lucky. That's different. Like say you got a guy in your life and he's cool, y'all have fun. But it's different when you with somebody and you feel lucky. I'll never forget I met this guy in LA. He was just one of my roommates because I was living kind of rough the first year I was there. My first apartment I had 12 people in it. The second apartment had 25 people in it. So I was living like with a bunch of people. The third one had like, I think it had like 8 people in it. So it was just a bunch of people living in the house, houses that I was living in, shared housing. That's what it was called. And one of the guys who was one of my roommates, he met another girl who lived there and they started dating. And I remember this guy, I can't remember his name now, but he became one of my Facebook friends, but I remember soon. But he was so cool and hardworking, but just gentle and cool. He wasn't all up in bitches' faces trying to do nothing. So when him and the girl got together, I remember telling him, I said, she's so lucky. I told him that. And you know what he said? He said, that's what she keeps saying. And they got married. He said, that's what she keeps saying. She's lucky. Imagine being with somebody and feeling lucky to be with them. That's crazy. But that's how I feel about my experience in Chicago. I feel lucky to be here. Yeah, I know. You're like, bitch, this on regular ass shit. I remember I tried to tell this girl how fine Chicago men was. I'm like, damn, this is fine. And she was like, so what? I'm like, maybe you see their ass every day, but it don't like this in Dallas. It ain't look like this in Florida. And it definitely ain't look like this in New Orleans. It ain't look like this nowhere. No fucking where that I've ever lived in my life. LA, nowhere. No fucking where. There's been this multitude of fine ass men, black men in one fucking place. And you see them on a daily basis. As you walk down the street, you're gonna see at least 3 fine men. Ain't nowhere ever. And I know I talk about it a lot, but it's just very shocking. And they can probably see my reaction too, because I'd be like, God damn, oh shit, God damn. Lord, maybe I'm gonna get used to it one day, but I ain't used to it yet. I'm not used to it yet. But let me see. Machi says there are a lot of homeless people in Chicago. Oh my goodness, homeless people. I've seen a few. Now that you think about it, one, two, three. There are three that I see on a consistent basis in my neighborhood. But to me, they're a part of the community like everybody else. Like the person who run the gym, like the person who wake up in the morning, who was showing up at the restaurant 6 o'clock this morning when I was walking. She was opening up the restaurant. I was like, hey, everybody got their part, you know. Everybody got their part. So Roshi said, if you visit Cali again, please let me know. I'd love to invite you to dinner and entertainment. All right. Well, you need to email me, contact at Te-Erika.com and tell me where you at so I can know. So I can come. Roshi said, you are protected, T. Oh, thank you so much for saying that, Roshi. All right. So we've been on here for an hour and a half. Thank you so much, guys, for all these beautiful likes, all y'all got all the hearts and stuff like that, and for hanging out with me. I know I just went live the other day, and for those of you who listening now, you know, we coming to the end of this conversation. An hour and a half of chat time with Te-Erika. I didn't even think I had this much to say. I was trying to get my friend. My friend told me to give her a shout out because I was telling her I mentioned her on my live, but didn't say who she was. So I'm gonna say who she is, and I'm gonna show. Um, I'm gonna show her profile. So I don't know if you know this girl. Her name is Cherry, and I was talking the other day about she does influencing, but she does shopping influencing. Okay. And this the man. I was telling you, she got a new man, and she put him on Instagram. Like, what the hell? What's going on? And I was telling her, I said, I was talking about you on live because you got this man splattered all over your social media and shit, showing his face. That's crazy. And she said, well, you need to tell them who I am so they can come. I want some views. So go visit her, Cherry Johnson, and tell her Te-Erika sent you and ask her how her man doing so she could talk about him. Go look and see what's going on with Cherry. She said, well, you need to mention my name more. I'm like, bitch, you need to do some outrageous shit because I talk about outrageous shit. You know what I'm saying? But your shit be regular. You don't be doing nothing crazy. See all the shit she got? She always opening up boxes. She gonna show it. She gonna show the sneakers, the Louis, and sometimes she show herself eating too. She greedy. That bitch greedy. Anyway, so that's my friend I be talking about who I spend a lot of time with and talk to every day. And it feels good to have a friend to talk to every day like we children. But now she got a man. I'm waiting for her to diss me because she got a man, but she ain't diss me yet. So we'll see. Anyway, all right, guys. It's been awesome to hang out. Roshi said, I'll email you. I'm in the OC area. Oh, I don't think I've ever been there. I don't think I've ever been to the OC. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Good night.